Well, it's that time of the week once again, and remember, every time it's Wednesday, it's all about the desk. Now, many thanks for all those who keep themselves locked onto the continent's leading intellectual platform and U24 television. Now, we trust that every time you watch U24, you are inspired, motivated, but above all, you are educated. Like tonight, it's going to be one of those inspirational ones where we talk to people that have actually done something in community, they have done something in society, and these are not very old people, they are young people, they are in school, but now more than ever, I'm yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisame. But on set tonight, I have Asekenya Noreen, and I also have Solomon. Now these ones have set up a foundation to help people who are actually in the need. Welcome to the show, lady and gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
They say ladies first. Kindly introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, thank you so much, Shadrach, for having us this evening. My name is Noreen Asekenya. I'm the founder and team leader, Tell a Story Foundation. We are a non-profit organization that is passionate about using stories to connect people and in turn to use these stories to contribute to a more humane and compassionate world.
Impressive. So she's the boss lady. The boss lady. How does it feel to be having such a boss?
It's the 21st century. Women are up there.
I am telling you, and they always get up there, my brother.
Yes.
Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Solomon Luchamzi. I'm in charge of events or events manager at Tell a Story Foundation Uganda. So every event that the organization has, I'm that guy.
Right. So tell us about this event briefly.
Yes, we are having a walkathon on the 24th of September. It's going to be a Saturday. The walk is going to start from Uma grounds to Nakasero Primary School from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yes, we are walking to fundraise for Nkono Memorial School in Namutundu. Okay, let me say that.
It's okay.
We are fundraising for Nkono Memorial School in Namutumba. These children are really struggling. No scholastic materials, no meals. They don't have enough teachers. They don't have means of transportation to school. They have to walk miles to school. Their parents are also struggling because yes, it's a government school and you know what happens in government schools. So we are trying to create a change in the school for these students, to give them a better experience of the education. Thank you. They can't afford scholastic materials, and that's the cause. We are working to create an impact.
Why walk? Why not run?
Why walk? As an organization, we chose walkathons. Mm-hmm. Yes, probably maybe in the near future we can have runs. Yes, it's just one of the activities that we have a walkathon. We can also have a run. There's no particular reason why we have a walkathon, but it's just one of our activities.
Right. So I want to now go back to Noreen. When does this start? When do you discover that, hey, this is what I want to do?
Oh wow. I feel I've been born a natural giver. Yeah, like there are those things I feel like you're just born with.
Yeah.
So when I look back on my childhood, I've always been this kind of person who loves to give, to go in the extra mile with or without. Yeah, at school, I remember my friends actually saying that I would just leave my suitcase open
for anyone.
for them to just come and get
the
grab.
Usually in the boys' wing in our school. Oh my God, you leave your case open? that would be my suitcase also.
Yeah, so we have those get-togethers and they're sharing, and I'm like, really, I did that? Like, yeah, so it's something I've been born with. Yeah. It's something that is natural. Yeah, but coming into the non-profit space, that was in 2017. I applied to be a volunteer at 40 Days Over 40 Smiles Foundation. But by that time, I was already interfacing vulnerable groups of people. I really wanted to know people's stories. Like just me sitting with you right now, in my head I'm like, oh God, what is Shadrach's story?
Trust me, it's not a good one. It's not a good one.
So I applied to do internship with them, but then I left 2 months because now Tell a Story, the idea was now coming to my head.
Okay.
I wanted to know people's stories. I wanted to inspire people through storytelling.
Yeah.
To tell them that, you know what, Shadrach, you matter. Like, regardless of who you are, what you do, you deserve a say, you deserve a space. So I left 40 days, over 40 smiles, and decided to do full work, Tell a Story Foundation. So 2018 in April, we begin with Safe Street Children Uganda. It was our first project. And honestly, startup challenges. I was still a student at campus. I didn't have anything to offer. I just had passion for writing, passion for people, passion for their stories. So I combined the three. I'm like, okay, let me go to this home.
No money.
No money. A friend connected me and like, Noreen, I'm sending you to this home, you go. So I go to Kamocha. They welcome us. So like, what are you going to offer? So I'm like, you know what? I'm really good at writing and people's stories. So they're like, okay, we're going to begin a project here. So you come here every Tuesday and Thursday to teach their kids reading, to teach them writing. So I got friends of mine who are into the art space. So they came in, they would come and do creative lessons with the kids. So by the time we left, we were there like for about 5 months. We left and the impact was great. There's a kid who was coming from Rwanda. Like, he just heard that Uganda was beautiful, so they got him here on the street. But by the time we left that place, he would talk, he would express himself. He knew what he wanted to be in future. He knew who his best friend would be. Those things. So the impact was great. And by the time we left that place, we actually concluded with a bonfire storytelling night. Event brings people around fireplaces to tell and listen to stories, and in turn sow hope in the lives of people. Because honestly speaking, if I don't tell my story, no one will. And you yourself are the one that can tell your story the best way. I can tell it, but you being the narrator and the voice, you tell it better.
Exactly.
So we are giving people those spaces to come and just tell stories. So that's the journey for Tell a Story. So 2018, we kickstart with street kids. And then I was still hungry for something more for another group of people. And that is how I meet children with autism. And this was a totally different story, because these are children, they don't even speak. Like the few that have little speech, their work is like, let me see what Noreen is doing, and I also do. So
Noreen, with that story where now you meet children with autism, I want us to go for a short break. When we return now, we continue with that journey, because a lot of Ugandans do not even know that such people exist and they don't even have help. So let's go for a short break, but when we return, we're still with Solomon and Noreen. These are young people that have decided to make it their business to help others. Do not go away. Boy, oh boy, I am telling you, things are happening down in this city, down in this country. But sometimes you never know, because you have not been, graced enough to see what's happening. But things are actually happening, and I'm here with Noreen and Solomon, and they're telling us stories of things that are going on. And I tell you, you need to pick a leaf or two. Otherwise, you can follow this very lovely discussion on our social media platforms. I'm talking Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Do that for Shadrach Kisame and U24 Television. Now, before we jump back to Noreen, Solomon, why are such events important?
Why are such events important? Well, we're a charity organization to begin with. We're a charity organization, and people are not going to know about everything you're trying to do if it's not through events or media. This is how we get people. Yes, sometimes of course we have websites. We've tried to do things like what's that website where someone can send you their contribution that we always use?
The GoFundMe.
We have used the GoFundMe, but events have proven to be more effective. Yes, people want active things. One of our most successful events is the Nights and Stories. which we had one just when? In May, yeah? People like those things. They come around the fire. We have snacking. We have live band. People are
where'd you
their
get the
stories.
money?
Yeah?
Where'd you get the money?
The money to organize this event?
Yeah.
Now, as an organization, we have an account. Actually, my former role was I was a financial person for the organization. Now, this money, there are people. First of all, we have friends to the organizations. We have partners. These people provide some things.
Yeah.
Now, like you may find someone is providing you with the sound system.
Okay.
Someone tells you, I'm going to give you the venue.
Yeah.
Yes, that's their contribution to the charity.
Yeah.
Someone tells you, I'm going to give you this.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we don't really need much. Yes, and also sometimes people provide money, like someone tells you, what do you need? I'm going to provide money for snacking.
Yeah.
I'm going to provide money for the firewood.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we get our resources. And also sometimes, of course, we may use part of the funds to do organizational work. But most of our funds really come from friends to the organization. They come from friends like organization partners. We partner with. We've worked with Donor Center for Autism. We've worked with the Rotary Club of Maisha, and these guys really they help out in this event.
Impressive. Now I want to slide back to Noreen's story. Now you meet the children with autism and you're touched.
Yes, I was deeply touched. Honestly, I was moved. It was emotional for me. I got to know the founder of that home through a Facebook chat. She's called Madame Dorothy Nambi. So I introduced myself, what I do, my passion for storytelling.
Yeah.
So she's like, Noreen, come to Ntinda, let's meet.
Yeah.
So I go and meet her, and then she's like, okay, so what are you offering us? And still, like how I did with the street kids, I thought it's going to be the same thing. But I'm telling you, Shadrach, it was different. Yeah, because autism is a neurological disability. It affects speech in children and adults, but mainly it's in children. So I go back home and do lesson plans for, I thought it's like, these are nursery kids, so we're going to have things like drawing, writing, shading. I come the next day with the lesson plans. The first step I moved inside the classroom was actually boxed by a kid. Like that was like their welcome. They are like yeah, like
like you're welcome.
Yes. And then before I knew it, they're all jumping all over me. They were playing with my hair, pulling my ears. I was like, God, what is this? I need to know what is this here.
Yeah.
So that was a welcome for me. But I was touched because the need was big. We reached that place and the kids were walking barefoot. They didn't have shoes, they didn't have sandals. But as tell a story, we believe in using what we have. Yeah, in the available time, it has presented itself. So we mobilized. We came, shot pictures, took pictures of the kids, and then made a poster. And then we asked people to donate 3,000 Ugandan shillings, and then we got them 30 pairs of sandals. Yes, less than $1. So we get them the sandals. Now again, the need was still big. People don't know about autism.
So did you guys eat the money? Because there's a tendency with non-profit organizations eating people's money.
No, Shadrach. I always tell my team, like, we need to be different, because people know that NGOs scoop, they eat people's money. So we make sure that in everything we do, like if we're saying it's fundraising, 100%. It has to go to that cause.
We are honest. We are being
honest.
Yes.
It goes. Yes.
The finance person. Is that why the former finance person was fired? He was not putting 100%. I'm pulling it.
I know. So people didn't know about autism awareness, and we're into now storytelling. So we had to begin shooting, like still using photography to tell these people's stories, because those kids are really gifted. They don't talk, but they are so gifted. There's a kid that just has that welcoming thing, like you just enter and he's all over you. He's like, you're welcome. He's called Adam. So we were like, if we could train Adam, he can actually make a good waiter.
Oh, wow.
In a restaurant. Yeah, like being with that disability doesn't mean that they can't do anything. There are kids who just love organizing things. Those people are so intelligent. Like there are those who are just, if you bring a computer, like they just want to figure out what is happening here. So we began spreading awareness, and people started picking interest. Like Noreen was saying, you with a certain group of kids, who are they? So now that was Tell a Story's contribution to the home. So whenever we meet people who want to have birthday celebrations, who want to give back to the home, we take them. Those who want to volunteer, we take them there.
So on that point exactly, I want you to tell the people how do they reach you if they want to volunteer?
Okay, so if they want to reach out to me to volunteer, you can go through the Tell a Story pages, but mainly the email address is tellastoryfoundation@gmail.com. Yeah, you can also follow us on all our social media platforms, mainly Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Those are the active ones. Tell a Story Foundation.
Tell a Story Foundation. Tell a Story. There are no, because some people put.
No, it's just Tell a Story Foundation.
Yeah. Impressive. So before we go for a break, Solomon. So for you, where do you develop the love for working for free?
Yeah. Okay. So I get to know Noreen through some friends at campus. I think we're in year 2, first semester. Yeah, like I told you, at campus you need to find something to do. Yes,
I know.
Otherwise you're going to, I don't know,
to do a lot of not good things.
You're going to end up drinking or something. So usually if you don't have an internship or anything, so I was longing for that. And I didn't know about Tell a Story, but then we have this friend Hope. Yes, so Hope was a close friend to her, and like the initial team. So they come and talk to us about, it was the walkathon at that time, because I joined in 2019. And they're like, you guys can serve, you can give back to community. And I'm like, you know what, I was looking for this, I was looking for something to do, something positive, something with an impact. Yes, and I joined it.
That's how you fall in love with helping people and working for free?
It's not working for free. My reward is that kid is going to get in school. Is that this person is going to go off the street. Is that a child with autism is going to be better, is going to be accepted to society tomorrow. That's my reward. I'm satisfied with that.
Impressive. So then where do you see this in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years? Oh wow. So our dream for Tell a Story is a major production house.
Okay.
Yeah, mainly looking at storytelling for social impact with story museums, because what we do is we share, we narrate authentic stories told by real people. We are encouraging people to speak out. So Tell a Story 10 years from now is mega. Yeah, it's
mega. On that point of mega, going places and all these dreams, it is very, very good to dream. The reason as to why I ask these things to most of the people on the platform or on the show is to make sure that they have a clear vision, even now, you the people who are watching, so that we can reciprocate the same energy. You must have a long-term strategy for whatever you're doing, be it a chapati business, be it a saloon, be it a border, you must have a long-term strategy. Let's go for a break, we'll return in a bit. Now on the desk, we speak as we know it, we speak as we see it, and we shoot from the hip. Everything intellectual, everything inspirational, everything educational. Now for tonight, it's been very inspirational because we have 2 young people that have actually started doing something from school, and they are impacting people. I'm telling you, you also down there, you can start in Chibuli, Chikubamtu, Kawempe, Buziga, Munyonyo, you can do the same. All you need to do is start. You don't need to have money. Now the lady in the chair started with offering her skill, and that is telling a story. But guess what? It is cropping up to be something major that is impacting lives out there. But they have an event coming up in September. I want you to re-echo that.
Yes, September 24th. It's a Saturday. Where else have you gotten to be? Yeah, it's a Saturday, it's a weekend. It's 24th September, and it's a walkathon. Yes, our shirts say Walk for Impact. Yes, we need you to work for impact. And the cause, again, is we are fundraising to keep children, school-going children in Nkono. Nkono. Yeah, Nkono. This serves me a lot. In Nkono Memorial in Amuongo. We're trying to keep these children in school. Yes, that's the cause. People asking why aren't you going to eat our money? Yes, we are not going to eat your money. Rather, your money.
How sure are we?
How sure are we? The best thing to do is we keep receipts. As an organization. Yes, I can share receipts that we bought books with this money.
And that's important.
We did this with this money. Or even better, you can decide to go to these places we've worked with. Then a Center for Autism is in Tinder. Yes, you can say I'm going to pay a visit to Nkono. I want to see where my money went, and we are happy to take you there to see these children and see the impact we're trying to create. So once again, it's 24th September. We are working for impact for Nkono Memorial to keep. It's just in short, it's about education. We're trying to educate the nation through this work. The work is going to start from Uma. I think in Uma.
So that's the central place.
That's the starting point. That's where we are gathering. Yes, and it's going to end at Nakasero Primary School. To be more precise, at Peace Embassy. So this is where we do most of our work as an organization. So even we don't have like specific offices. But if you want to reach out to us, like physically, you can still go to Peace Embassy. It's there, and that's where our mentor sits. Yes. It only goes. We are selling these shirts. That's where the money part comes in. So you buy this shirt because this is going to be our attire for the walk. You buy this shirt at only 20,000 Ugandan shillings. Yes, and that money.
Has Stanley bought a shirt?
Actually, Stanley and you are getting this shirt.
Hey, we're getting this shirt. But Stanley needs to buy. He needs to support.
You can buy other shirts. Yes, no problem. So shirts go for only 20,000 Ugandan shillings. And with that, you've kept a child in school. You've bought them a meal. You've brought them scholastic materials. You've made their life better.
Impressive. So then who does, because it's hard to walk on the road without documentation. Who does that? Like
I said earlier, I'm in charge of events. So I have a team, a very strong team of 4. Yes, I will work with these guys. All of us have roles. So we divide roles. Of course, there is someone who's going to process the documents we request. You have to go through police. You have to go, authorities. KCC. You have to go through the owners of these venues, where we are starting, where we are ending. We write them and request permission. And we also request for guidance. So they tell us what they expect from us and what we should expect from them.
As we wind up the discussion, what does this event mean to you, Noreen?
Okay, wow. So to me, this event is a reminder to me to actually give back. It's African philanthropy. Most people think that philanthropy is money. But philanthropy is you having a rich heart, like giving what you have. Like me, I'm giving a story. So that is my contribution.
I've given you a platform.
Yes, exactly. So that's the contribution. Just to echo on Solomon, I got to know about that school, Nkono Memorial School, Namutumba, through a friend of mine. She happens to be a fellow with Teach for Uganda. So Teach for Uganda is into improving education. So they assign different people to those regions, marginalized regions. So when she told me, she's like, Noreen, my class, like we are so overpopulated. Like I need a hand. And deep down in me, I'm like, okay, I managed to go to school. My parents educated me. So I need to also give back and actually give back more because I believe that these kids are the solution. Like if we educate them, they also can have a say in the near future about the issues that are affecting us. So fast forward, we had that Nights and Stories in May to give back to those children. So we raised 1.2. But we raised 1.2 just from people. Yes, Tell a Story. Yes, Tell a Story believes in holding so close like Africa's richest asset, and these are the youths. So we mobilize inspired youths through our events. That's why events like this mean so much to us. We want the youths to be to feel like they're part of something significant in their lives. So we got that 1.2, but it's not enough.
No, it's not.
It's not enough. Those kids need books. Their classrooms, they have bats. Bats are always flying in their classrooms.
I can't imagine being in a class with a bat. Will I study really?
They're always getting sickly. They don't have desks. Their floors are still dusty, you know.
You're prone to what do they call them? Vunza.
Exactly. So
not dispensaries.
A kid gets a headache, has to go home.
And that is like miles away.
They have to walk back.
They have to walk barefoot. So
these
like
things are happening in Uganda.
They are happening.
You know, because the people that follow, the desk mostly are in Kampala. They're driven to school, or there's a shuttle, or some of them are privileged, or even it's not a shuttle or something, but you can afford a boarder or a taxi to school. They're like, oh, things are so bad. What?
They should not complain, because actually when we reached Namutumba, Solomon said a different location, but it's Namutumba. So when we reached Namutumba, from the stage to go to where the school is, it's about 8 kilometers. And the person who picked us is a coach at Teach for Uganda, so he came with his bike. So he said that from where I got you from until the school, you have to pay 8K to 10K. So you find that's
from like here to what? Seta?
To Mukono, where you actually stay. So you find that now the teachers who are supposed to come and teach, they can't come because it's really far. They have to walk on foot. So when we reached there, the need was really, really, really so big, and that's why we need people to come and join us for this walk. We have long-term plans for the school. We want to have community libraries. We want to have community food banks. So
that's so impressive. As we wind up the discussion under 30 seconds, I want you to look in the camera, call upon people, and tell them how exactly they can reach out to you.
Okay. So to whoever is watching us, first and foremost, thank you for sparing time to watch the desk and get to know about our work. Please come on the 24th of September. The walk is going to start from Uma Showgrounds to Nakasero Primary School. Beginning time is 8 a.m. We have shirts available, Walk for Impact. They are 20,000 Ugandan shillings. But we welcome all sorts of donations and partnerships. If you want to donate scholastic materials, if you want to buy for us desks, if you're a manufacturing company, you want to donate some cement or paintings, you are really, really, really welcome. So you can follow us on all our social media platforms, and we want to tell this story with you, because it's through stories that we get to understand the problems that different people are facing. Thank you so much.
All right, now Solomon, as we wind up, do you have like a phone number, your last remarks under 30 seconds?
Yes, to our beautiful viewers, please attend this walk. Once I want just to go back to what you said, why do we need these physical events, like I said, you're staying in Kampala, you're probably driven. Come see what a child in Kono goes through, Come and walk for them, walk. We need to, like my spirit said, you need to feel this impact, It's easy to just, wire money, but you need to participate. I worked for this child to stay in school. Yes, so the date is 24th September. Yes, I'm going to echo again. The starting venue is Uma Showgrounds, and we are stopping at Nakasero. We are just within town. Yes, and then the contacts, you can reach out to us to any of our platforms, like Narine mentioned earlier, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but for a phone number, I'm going to leave a phone number behind, and that's 0785 999 474. 0785 999 474. I understand that not all of us can have the walk, so you can wire money to this mobile number as a contribution. You can contact me. I'm in charge of events, and I will certainly give you all the information that you require. Thank you very much.
All right, now it is that time where we wrap up. You know, we can never exhaust everything in these 30 minutes. We are always caught up by time, but thank you very much for coming through. It was such an inspirational one. We have people at this age understanding that giving back is really important. You know, some of you, you know, some of us, we get so very much comfortable in where we are, and we don't think about giving back to community, and that is very important, because what you have, what you despise, someone else there treasures. So all you need to do is get that which you feel is not important to you and donate to them. But from me and the Thai 24 management, would like to say good night, good luck, adios for God and my country. May the good Lord bless this very beautiful Uganda. Now until next week, same place, same time, and of course same host, good night.